FOMO, the fear of missing out. Some others call it the grass is greener syndrome, or the constant state of asking what ifs. We've all been there, so let's talk about this. There were numerous times when I felt this. In high school, it would be not getting like the highest GPA, not getting the SAT score that I wanted, just not going to the university that I wanted to. In college, it would be not getting the job that I wanted, not going into a fancy brand name consulting firm or going into an elite investment banking firm. And enjoying that good money. You know, the list goes on, but it's basically me trying to chase after prestige points and really trying to chase after what we all think is like the standard of success. So how do I feel about this now, and did I overcome it? Or if I overcame it, how did I overcome it? And fortunately, I will say I did overcome this a while back. It started with me realizing that there were other opportunities out there. I think when you focus on such a goal, whether it's going into the top university or trying to get into a brand name company, you kind of tunnel vision yourself to a point because you're so focused, you're laser focused because it's so competitive and you need to fit all these criteria and check all those boxes. So of course you're tunnel visioned. But the downside of being tunnel visioned is that you lose sight in what is out there. What other opportunities are there for you? Once I realized that just because I don't attend a top university or go to a brand name firm, it doesn't mean I'm useless and hopeless and I'm a failure. A lot of us have societal expectations and standards that tell us that what the definition of success means and how if you don't fit that definition, then you're a failure. The thing is that life is not so binary. It's not so much that, oh, because you don't get into this, you're a failure. Once you realize that there are many opportunities out there to become successful, you start to realize how small-minded you were. I mean, if you do a little bit of research, some of the richest people in this planet do not come from fancy backgrounds. I mean, sure, there are people that are successful who have prestigious backgrounds, but there are also equally, if not even more, successful people who have backgrounds that are pretty normal or below average. Once you start realizing what is important to you and you find who you are as a person and you figure out what path you want to take in life, you will be successful no matter what. Ask yourself, what do you really want in your life? What is important to you? Instead of trying to think about what society wants for me. To be honest, I'm still working on some of these things. Just not too long ago, I was applying for MBA programs. For 2 years, I've researched, toured, and studied to get into these MBA programs, only to realize that it wasn't for me. So the huge FOMO from this was, constantly thinking about, oh, if I was in this program, the kind of reputation I would have gained. Everyone thinks, oh, MBA, you went to an MBA program, that's so cool. Like if I went to Harvard Business School or Columbia Business School, you having that just like gives you the impression of, oh, he's a boss. Fear of missing out on meeting interesting people, thinking the life that you could have had over at the MBA program. It's just, obviously, I constantly think about that. However, I realized that me doing this MBA, I was tunnel visioning myself because I was so invested and I knew that I wanted to go to this. And I knew how much work it needed to take in order to get into the program. So that's why I was so tunnel visioned. But I realized why I wanted to do the MBA program in the first place. The reason why I wanted to do the MBA program was actually because I thought it would be beneficial to my entrepreneurship journey. I am very interested in starting my own company, and I've always thought that I didn't have the skills or the knowledge in order to start my own company. And so I thought maybe if I go to an MBA, I could not only learn how to start a business, but also I can possibly meet potential partners that I could work with in the future to start the company together. After I took my first GMAT exam, that I realized, actually it was before it. It was when I realized that I didn't really need to go to business school to do what I wanted to do. Really being honest with myself, I realized I'm not the school type of person. I mean, sure, I like the idea of learning and researching different ideas and discussing with your colleagues about different ideas, but at the end of the day, I didn't really like the idea of studying in the library and taking exams. I'm much more of a hands-on person and much more of a scrappy person. So I like to learn things on the spot and apply them immediately, whereas school is usually like theoretical and pretty abstract, and you have to wait a long time in order to implement whatever you learn into practice. Just being honest with myself, and also thinking about the cost of going to an MBA, and also realizing that I didn't need an MBA program in order to get what I wanted, which is start my own company. When I thought about all of those factors, I realized that I didn't need this. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure MBA programs are good for other people. It just didn't fit my personal goals and what I was looking for. Thing is, everyone has FOMO, and it's probably never going to go away. You're always going to have some kind of FOMO surrounding you. But I think as you open up your mind and see the different opportunities that are out there other than the opportunity that you're FOMOing about, the time you think about FOMOing will gradually decrease and eventually becomes less of an issue. Think about what you can do right now instead of what you could have done or should have done or would have done. I mean, sure, it's a great exercise to have, but it's not something that you should be dwelling so much your time in. Everybody has their own unique journey, and like I said, life is not binary. There's different paths, different combinations, permutations that you can take. Try to paint your own picture and see where it goes. So that's about it. Let me know what kind of FOMO experiences you've had in the past and what you think about it today. Like and subscribe if you like this type of content, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.